Slam Jam fam, we are back for episode 3. You didn't think we'd make episode 2. We did. We're here for episode 3. Today's show is packed. We're going to be talking about the NMLP tournament number 2 in Auckland from March the 29th to the 31st. We've got a big announcement regarding the Brisbane tournament prize money. We discuss the biggest winners and losers of last tournament, who is under pressure to perform in Auckland, and we have a very special guest in the studio with us today. But first of all, I want to introduce my co-host, of course, none other than Ty Iterolde.
What's happening, Slam Jammers?
Now, Ty, if you could give me a cuisine or dish that best sums up your wife, please.
Cuisine, I see exactly what you've done there. That's clever. Let's go with salmon.
Smoked salmon or just a grilled salmon?
This is a grilled salmon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any sides to that
I
salmon?
literally started sweating when you said that. Because never mind. Amy's never going to listen to this podcast.
It's a bit meaningless, isn't it? Just on its own? No rice?
Oh, yeah. No, just on its own.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what that says about you, Amy, but maybe you can phone in next week and tell us all about it.
Wow. What an intro.
Yeah. Put you in the deep end there.
Sweet.
And Colin Kugler, welcome. If you could tell us what country song best sums up your lovely partner, Lindsay, please.
Oh, hey guys, Slam Jam, good to be back. We did not rehearse these questions at all. I'm going to say a beautiful country song definitely sums up my lovely partner, Lindsay. And
Which country song, please, Colin, dancing around the bush?
From Canada, a beautiful country song. We'll say Shania Twain. She is Canadian and she has a lot of great songs.
You've given us an artist. I want a song. I'm not leaving this table without getting a song.
I Love You by Shania Twain.
Yeah, that was her song that she never wrote.
That's right.
Yeah, it lived in her
Number
head.
1 in the radio.
What's that? That female anthem that Shania Twain
Any
sings?
Man of Mine.
It's Raining Men.
No.
That Don't Impress Me Much.
Oh,
Don't impress me much.
That's probably sums up her and my relationship.
Around the house?
We got there
in any
eventually.
particular room?
Yeah. The dog gets more love than I do, but that's all right. It's good to be here, Slam Jam.
And with us, El Capitan, we call him the Presidente of the Slam Jam podcast, Adam Hall from the Gold Coast Mortgage Brokers. Adam, let's see. How long do you spend doing your hair every day?
Not very long. I let it grow out. I get a nice, decent haircut once a month, or let it go for 6 weeks, and whatever will be, will be. Kind of like my pickleball game.
Yeah, that sums that up quite
That's
well.
kind of it.
Okay. And if you were to be any sea animal, which animal would you be?
I would go for the lesser-known platypus.
You have some platypus vibes.
Thank you very much.
And Adam, do we have someone with us today?
We've got a very, very special someone. We've got one of the players from the Northern Crocs. She heralds from, I'm going to butcher this like Colin would, Oostvaarn,
Ooh, almost.
Netherlands. She's only a young girl. She's 22. Could not believe it. She went to University of Nevada on a tennis scholarship back in 2018. And she studied health science as far as I know. Please welcome ROOS VAN REEK.
Oh, yes, she
The champ is here.
The champ is here.
Oh, first of all, thank you guys for having me. It's a great honor, actually.
Well, we couldn't have anyone else.
First in studio guest.
Yeah.
It's big.
We're blessed, boys, aren't we, on the Gold Coast, Southeast Queensland, to have a large number of the best pickleballers in, you could say, Australasia at this point, right? So,
And for all the MLP players out there, just let it be known. If you win, you'll get an invite, but you have to win.
yeah, we don't accept sort of charity gigs from people that are from the Gold Coast that just perform okay. We want the winners.
Yeah.
Best of the best.
And I think we got her.
I don't know how Adam pulled this one off, but
Yeah.
wow.
Wow. I think it was the limousine that we sent to her house to pick her up. And the whining and dining.
Yeah, the helicopter did it well.
Yeah, the helicopter.
That was a good.
Yeah.
That
Well, how
was-
you been, buddy?
Yeah, pretty good. I was in after Sydney. I went to Mexico for 10 days, so I had a good holiday. Yeah,
Oh.
What took you over to Mexico?
my boyfriend lives there with his brother. So
Ah.
after Sydney, I need a pickleball detox. So
Yeah,
I went to
right.
Mexico. Yeah,
Where in
Jeez, you
Mexico?
spent.
in Playa del Carmen.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it was good.
Is that a party town?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good parties there.
Where do they do spring break?
Cabo and
Cancun.
Cancun.
Okay.
Also, I
But
think in Tulum.
Tulum.
Yeah,
I think all those cities, all those beachside cities, they have
Yeah.
a spring break offering.
So how long did it take you to get over there? How many planes?
Just one. So I want to two. So one to Vancouver, had like a 50-minute stop, and then I went to Cancun, and then 40-minute drive.
Right.
Boom.
And you got to hang out for how long?
10 days.
Nice.
So yeah, just last Monday I came back. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the people want to hear the Spanish that you picked up.
Oh, un poco.
Okay, that was pretty good. Colin, what did she just say?
No Spanish, please.
No, I think she said chicken.
That's exactly right.
Was that polo?
You're fluent as well.
Chican, yes.
Chican, exactly how you say pollo.
Oh, wow. So you've got a boyfriend long distance overseas.
Yes.
So how often a year are you trying to, I guess, see each other?
I mean, we have been together for 7.5 years.
Whoa,
Yeah.
wow.
So we've doing
Do the math on that.
we've doing
Since middle school.
Yes, and then I've been to America as well, and he now lives in Mexico, and before he was in Malta.
Right.
So yeah, we're doing a little bit on and off of
Yeah.
What's
seeing
his
each
name?
other. Tom.
Tom.
Shout out Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, can you put your fingers out here? Let me see your fingers.
Oh no, not yet. No.
Tom. Do we have an engagement ring?
No.
Tom, seriously, pull your head out, buddy.
Yeah, as Beyonce once said, if you like it, put a ring on it.
So you spent your winnings from the tournament real quick on those flights, or did you already had that booked?
No, that one was booked Thursday. I mean, it was booked pretty like easy before, like very
Right.
quick. But
But
no.
winning would have helped along the way.
They did a quite well spent there, so it was good.
That upgraded you to first
Yes.
class.
Well, it was from chicken quesadillas to lobster quesadillas.
Yes.
Now tell us, how did you find tournament one? How, I guess, surprised, if that's even a word that I can use, were you that you are the winners? You know, like obviously a great team needs to win, and that's what you guys did. But what were your expectations going in?
I don't think we had any expectation, especially like I know Summer from last year, and Summer and I like we didn't spend much time together, but like last time we did spend a lot of time, and it has been good. And so we practiced a couple of times, but that's it. But we obviously don't know our men players, so that's Armand and Nelson. And Armand and Nelson, we know that they're very good in their home countries. So we're like, okay, maybe we'll complement each other in Sydney, like in the MOP, but we had no idea what was before. Like you can be 4 great players, but if the connection is not there, then it doesn't matter.
Prior
So,
to meeting them, was there a group chat maybe through WhatsApp that was created?
Yeah, straight away, Northern Crocs.
Perfect. And tell me, was there some good memes on there? We got some characters?
We had some good like snappy memes, like that's our mascot. So we have like good already
We
pictures.
actually, we asked Summer who was the funny one, and I remember her answer.
Armand.
Well, who was the funny one? Who's like your team comedian?
Probably not me.
Well, who do you think it was?
I mean, Nelson's pretty funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the answer.
Nelson's pretty funny.
That was the answer.
I thought she said Armand.
Nope.
No, it was Nelson.
Nope. That he was funny.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nelson
Nelson's
doesn't
funny.
he doesn't speak much English though,
No,
right?
so that's why it's like
Wow.
he tries like a lot of
Yeah.
communication and everything, and probably Google Translate chat. But it's good. It's good.
But I feel like a meme in a group chat, you don't need to speak the language. If you
No, it's
find a
just
funny
sending
one, you
it.
send
Yeah.
that. You'll make the whole team happy.
Yeah. So kind of what was your expectation going in? I mean, you've got, your first 2 games and you want to win everything, but how did you sort of progress into round 3, did you think? Obviously, you guys played really well. You personally played really, really well. You went undefeated. You didn't lose a whole game. You're the queen of the
I
court.
did pretty well, but I have to say I had good players. Like I have Summer next to me, and I have Armand next to me, and Nelson like on the court, like jaring. So yeah, no, like credits to them.
Yeah. Awesome. And what was your draft journey like, if I can call it that? Because obviously you weren't a captain, but you're in the pool. How confident before the draft that you were going to get picked? Like, how confident were you?
Ooh, like at the moment that I was potentially getting picked.
Well, before the draft, did you have
before
an
the draft.
expectation that you'll definitely get picked? Or did you think, I think I'm talking to enough people that I should get picked, but I'm not guaranteed? What were you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, like I have to be honest. Like I did thought I was going to be picked, especially like girls. Like it's easier for girls to get picked because there's just like a handful in the gold. Like obviously the Gold Coast is pretty good, but there's just a handful of good players, women's. But there's so many good players as men. So there's like saying the number one player in men's is a big difference than the number 16, and like there's no much different. No, like that's very close.
Yeah.
But as a woman, I think the difference between number 4 and number 20 is like big difference.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, so I did thought I
And
was
you can
going
see
to
that
get
in a lot of
picked.
the strategy of the draft.
Yeah.
People are picking the women. Top 5 women were probably I'd say first round of picks. So yeah, you could definitely tell the difference.
Yeah.
And what was your communication like with Summer in the lead up to being
not
picked?
at all. I was
Really?
so surprised. Yeah, I
Wow.
was like, so after when I knew I was picked, I was like, oh, like, thank you.
She just drafted a new best friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, before, like, I had no idea that she was like trying even like get a female.
Right.
So it was surprising. And so when I was watching the draft, I had my grandma with me, and she was. I said, "Oh, I potentially maybe get in the first round somewhere, but not. I didn't expect number 7."
That's so cool.
So I was like, "Oh, that's mine. That's me."
What a cool story, hey?
That's so cool. And do you have other friends from back home watching that as well?
yeah, very good.
cool.
Yeah.
I just want to go back. You're a collegiate tennis player, and I imagine you won a lot of tournaments back home before you went to college. What tournaments did you play in Europe? Any notable wins?
I mean, I played when I was younger a lot of tennis, and because the Netherlands is pretty a small country, it's easy to get in the top, say like 5 or 3. So when you're the top 3 in the juniors, you go easily to, for example, Summer Cup or to the like Winter Cup and the European Championship. But that's because the country is pretty small. So that is what I did, but it's not very. I had like, oh, I played against that girl who's now pretty good.
Yeah, right. Okay, now you get an offer from a college. Walk us through that. I mean,
Process.
Yeah,
How
I
did
mean,
you get
you're
introduced
just
to Reno?
Yeah, so when I finished high school, I was trying to get to go pro in tennis. I did like for maybe a year, not even, to train a lot, go travel a lot. But it's, as a tennis player, just upcoming, it's just very tough to go from even to go from how do you say that, from junior to pro.
pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So much talent.
yes.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided, okay, I don't want to quit tennis because tennis already gave me so much. So the other option was actually go to college. So I went through an agency, and then I think I decided in like November, and I went in January already to the States. So it was a very quick decision, but then 6 weeks later I was in America.
America. And then
Yeah.
was Las Vegas the draw card? You like to gamble, and you're like, if I'm in Nevada, I'm only a drive away from the casinos.
I mean, I was in Reno, so that's called like little
Yes, Little
Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and so now you're a college girl. How many games of beer pong would you play per week?
Ooh, yeah, we had good like because Reno itself is not pretty big, so the only thing you can do in the weekends is in the house, and but during season you have like every weekend you had the tournament, so it was pretty
Gotcha.
tough, but
Gotcha.
we will
And
fit it in.
Those tournaments you were traveling across the states for?
Yeah,
then?
I loved that. It was really good. Like every weekend we took a plane to say like Vegas, California, San Francisco, everything. Yeah,
Free trips.
yeah.
And now talk us through your first game of pickleball.
Oh, that actually is
How or
it's pretty
why?
funny.
Yeah.
So that is, I think, the Queensland Championship last year. So that must be in July. And I was doing a road trip with my boyfriend. So I was done, like I'm a hitting partner at the moment. So I was doing that from January to June. And then I was doing my road trip. And then I was in Brisbane during that time when that Queensland Championship was going on. So Mike said, "Oh, if you like are around, just play that one." I was like, "Okay, sure. I will just play it because I practiced a little bit."
Mm-hmm.
And my first match was against Ludovica. So that was a single. And I remember Wesley and Ollie saying when I said, "Oh, I'm playing this one in singles," they said, "Oh, you get destroyed. It's fine. Like, just have a good game.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy your first match."
Yeah.
And so I played against her and I played pretty good. I think I lost in 3 sets. I was like, "Oh,
Wow.
Oh, you got one.
maybe."
There you go.
It's getting somewhere. So I mean, I lost my first match, but
Well,
knowing her now, it's like
Fair enough.
it's pretty good.
there you go. And was
Yeah.
the bug real? Did you and did you play doubles in that tournament as well?
Yeah, so I knew that I was going to play doubles with Katie, so Caitlin Hart, and I didn't plan to play mixed because I didn't knew anyone and didn't have a partner. So I thought, oh, I will just like explore the city, but then I think Leona, the wife of Ton, pulled out of an injury. So Ton came up to me and said, "Oh, I'm Ton. Do you want to play mix?" And I said, "I have to ask Tom, my boyfriend, if he's okay of standing another day in a pickleball court." And so we did pretty well, Ton and I. And actually, that's one of the most memorable moments because I didn't know how to play proper pickleball. And we had so many like moments that he dragged me out of the kitchen. Like we had like so many Titanic moments that I was like smashing and like
You were
coming in
that person?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was that, and he was like dragging me out of it, and like that's special for me. No, so Tony is
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is amazing. He's so funny, so
He
kind.
he monsters the court. So I guess
I didn't have to do anything. I just
Yeah.
have to stay on my side, and you just go left, right, and just
Yeah.
like is like an octopus.
wow,
a
what
good
an
analogy.
introduction. Do you find that pickleball from a social point of view is superior than say tennis? Like it's more
100%,
welcoming, it's more
100%.
warm.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like it, like I'm now here in Australia because of the social aspect of it. If it was like tennis, like I do think that the reason why pickleball is maybe more social because you're just standing close to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I find that fascinating though, right? Because like there's so many people that are umming and ahhing who are, say, from a tennis background about why would you bother playing pickleball? Like I'm a good tennis player or whatever. And besides how amazing the competition and something like the MLP is offering someone like yourself from that tennis background, it's also so much about like how it just pulls you in from a social point of view. Like, and as you progress through the levels, you can still go back and play against these lower levels because ultimately you're only one person on this side of the court. And if you've got a good partner, well, then that's going to help you win. But if you've got a bad partner, you're going to have a pretty enjoyable game too because you're going to be under the pump the whole time. And that's what I love about this game. It's just so addictive, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So we spoke about, obviously, congratulations on the big win. And with that win, it comes with some cash money. I think it's about $5,000 per player. So we're going to all guess what you bought. I'll start off. I'm going to go with my go-to. You got a jet ski. No.
okay.
All right. Ty, what did she buy?
She bought in a small equity piece into the Mexican cartel.
Ooh, that's why she went straight to Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay, I
No,
thought you were
I'm
going to say crypto.
I'm onto her.
Okay, Adam?
I'm going to go something more realistic. I think she saved a lot of it, but maybe when she was over in Mexico, she bought the first round of tequila shots.
Ooh, what is the winner?
Yeah, I think you're coming pretty close there, one. Yeah.
I mean, she's not going to be blowing that money, boys.
She looked at me when she said that.
Yeah, I was like,
For the
ooh,
listener, for the
yeah.
listeners, yeah, for the listeners.
She gave us the have you spent it yet, or are you currently saving?
Yeah, I'm saving. Like
Yeah.
I'm here by myself in the Gold Coast, and like it's rent. It actually gives me opportunity to stay longer here in Australia. So
I mean, it's a big amount. It's very, very meaningful. I think we're understating probably actually what it means to her, to be honest, boys.
Yeah, especially for yourself with visas and trying to stay in the country, like that money goes a long way.
Yeah, definitely. And I never had that kind of money in tennis. So imagine how it's going now.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask a question, just bring it back to tennis and the history. With your family, who was more of an impact that got you into playing tennis? Was it your mom, or was it your dad, or grandparents?
No, I mean, it's a pretty easy question because my father's a tennis coach.
Oh,
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
winner.
yeah.
That helps.
But definitely, obvious, I started playing tennis because of my father. But I think my mom is very, very supportive in every way that I've been to. And then my grandfather, I mean, he passed, I think, 2 years ago. He passed away, but he was the reason that I was playing tennis as well. He brought me to every tennis match. He was like my taxi driver, my support. So yeah.
Was he a loud cheerleader on the sidelines?
Oh, he was actually if I played starting playing bad, he walked off. So he's kind of
disappointed. Yeah.
Hey, Grandpa, I want to...
Yeah, no.
Grandpa?
Yeah, he's gone.
Hey, Grandpa, I came back and won that. Where were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I knew he meant it so well. Like, he cared so much.
Now, a fun little clip. Why don't you go ahead and just say hi to your family back home, and then we can send this clip to them directly.
Like, do I have to speak in Dutch?
Yeah, you speak in your language. This is for your friends and family.
Dat ik jullie allemaal wel heel erg mis. En dat ik wel heel erg dankbaar ben is wat jullie, dat ik hier ben dankzij jullie. Dus ja, ik zie jullie snel.
And Colin's going to translate that.
She said, I want to thank my mom, my dad, and everyone in the Netherlands. And it is legal to smoke, so let's all put a little joint up in the air and we'll smoke to this podcast.
All right. We're
My mom
jamming.
is listening.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry,
Mom will
Grandma.
not.
Yep, sorry.
That's what I thought she said. I got to work on my Dutch.
That's a hot edit there. That is a hot edit there.
Okay, so the draw for the upcoming tournament was released on the 12th of March, and we're looking at some really hot round one matchups for the Northern Crocs boys.
So hot.
Round one, they're going to be playing against the Gold Coast Glory, and round two, they're backing it up against the other finalist, the Southeast A, the Surge. So that's a really tough opening to progress through to the finals. How do you reckon the Northern Crocs are going to go in Gold Coast Glory versus Northern Crocs, that is?
I mean, let me just pull up my sports bet account. Oh, yeah. So Crocs are actually favored, $1.80 to Glory, $2.10. So I think they got the upper hand. They're winners. You have that pedigree already. So their confidence is going to be there. And I look forward to it, but I think it's going to be a close battle. And as always, we hope it goes to a dream breaker.
I don't know if it will go to a dream breaker.
No? What are you thinking?
I reckon this could be a 3-1. For sure.
Oh,
I mean,
should we
this is going
guess
to be a
who you're
really
going
interesting
for?
one because obviously from Rose's point of view, she trains often with Sarah and Danny.
Yep.
So I guess from the girls' matchup, it's going to be a high quality one. But I reckon Sarah and Danny were missing a little cohesion.
Yeah, the chemistry wasn't fully there yet.
Yeah.
And the tournament
They
nerves.
sort of were coming good as they were progressing, and they want to do. I mean, they would fancy themselves for a win in the MLP. Like with that team, they would definitely fancy themselves for a win.
And what do you think, Rose? You play with these girls a lot.
Yeah,
You got them.
It's gonna be tough. I think that Summer and we are very hard to beat. But I think one of the only teams that can beat us in a double, like a gender double, that's probably Sarah or Danny. So last time we won that one, I think 21-17, but we were like 17-12 down or something. So it could be easily have gone their way. And then we didn't even went to the dream breaker.
Mm-hmm. I remember watching that one live,
Yeah.
and you guys at halftime came back, and you got like 6 points in a row, and then you took control of that game. But yeah, it was a very close game, 21-17. And
Well, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that one when you guys were down. Who says what? What was the chat like between you two?
I think it didn't even happen between us two that we're saying, oh, we have to do this. I think it went a little bit on the other side of the court. But like Summer's just so funny. So she's very, I mean, she is competitive, but she's more in a relaxed way, and I'm more like the pump dog.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, we got it.
The pump dog?
Yeah, it's like
That's now trademarked.
yeah.
That's a hashtag.
Got to pump it up.
Pump dog.
A pump dog. I love that.
No, but it definitely showed because, I thought the strategy changed. I saw a lot more dinking going to one player rather than the other.
Yes.
And then I saw...
Yeah, when that happened, we definitely said, okay, we should target.
Yes,
target.
Let's focus on someone here. And no, it definitely showed. And you guys your chemistry has come a long way since, meeting each other on a group chat to actually playing with each other and now making it to the grand final of the first MLP round. So it will be fun to see you guys. You're just going to keep getting better and better and better as the tournaments go on.
What mixed matchup do you expect to play against from the Gold Coast Glory, that is?
What do you mean mixed?
Well, are you going to be playing against, I'm presuming it'll be Sarah and Roman? Or will it be Danny and Alex?
I think it's going to be exactly the same thing. That's what I think. Like,
so who did you play against, last time?
So I played last time Alex and Danny.
Okay.
Yeah, my partner was Arman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that, I reckon I watched that game too. I think that was that the one where Danny was constantly looking at her shoes? She wasn't happy with the court? That was in round 2?
That was a different, I think that was...
I saw yesterday. I was watching yesterday some matches back. I think that was on the other side, on the court. Yeah.
I mean, Danny's a really exciting player, and I'd be scared of her if and when she puts it together. And I wouldn't say she put it together the whole tournament, but that she showed glimpses.
Yes.
She's a bit of an Ollie Gray, I reckon. Like she has X factor.
Yeah,
for sure.
And when she plays women's doubles, she's the one on the right side controlling that middle, and she's has that powerful forehand, and looks like she's dictating probably 60% of the court on that side. She's going for all those middle shots.
but she is like a pump dog.
Yeah, pump dog.
She is right.
But-
Like I've
but
seen her get fired up, and then like once
Yeah.
that train's rolling, man, she's
No, when
very tough to
she's
beat.
rolling, she's rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Danny is actually playing on the left side
Is she playing?
because Sarah is
It's that
left
right
side.
hand.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. Thank you.
The
Correct.
boys' matchup will be pretty bloody interesting.
Yeah,
With
Seriously.
Roman and Fairbanks.
Yeah.
Versus Nelson and Amon. That's going to be hot.
Talk about your boys taking on these other
Yeah,
boys.
nah.
Give me a rundown.
Was
on
there?
what's
Why'd you
gonna-
laugh there? Was there a bit of a argy-bargy?
No,
or?
I mean, Arman and Nelson, they know they are amazing players, amazing people.
Yeah.
That first, but they're just trying to figure out what's going on in their double game.
Right.
Because they never played each other, and they both very dominant player on the left side. So poop two players on the left side, yeah. I think they bumped pedals a couple times when the ball was in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
Better two players than none.
Yeah. At
Yeah,
least
like I like me and Roman, I would just stay out of my way, like literally
Fully.
just go away, and he just do the thing.
Yeah. I will
Surely.
say it's humbling when you're normally that person on the left taking all those middle balls, and then you have to be the one on the right, and you're like, all right, well, you're definitely going to have those middle balls, right? Like I can trust in you. So I think it's a big trust thing.
Other notable round 1 games, the Fast Fours versus the Eastern Rush.
Sportsbet has that at even $1.90 for both teams.
Wow.
Wow.
That's going to be a good one to watch.
You don't back our boy. Vishal.
Yeah, until he wins one.
He hasn't
We'll
told
find
you.
out.
He hasn't told you how much he's put on the Eastern Rush.
Yeah,
I've seen Colin's sportsbet account. His max bet's $4, and he strings like 16 bets together to win $3.
and it always hits.
And 60% of the time, it works every time.
No, but that would be a fun matchup. Good to see
Yeah.
Ollie.
I think that'll be a great matchup to watch. I mean, because the Eastern Rush, they have a hard draw. So do the Fast Fours, arguably. Another notable round 1 matchup would be the Southern Stars versus the Brisbane Breakers. I think the Southern Stars were, equal to say the Northern Crocs with their high level performance. You were bigging up Connor last episode with his overhead smashes. So it's going to be exciting to
Big,
watch
powerful
him
dude, yeah.
continue to progress. And that's the best thing. I think the level of round 2, of tournament 2, should I say, is just going to be at another level from tournament 1.
Yeah, but it's like anything, when you start your first couple of points or first couple of matches, for anyone out there who's played tournaments, you're a little bit tighter, right? And then towards the end of your sort of tournament or whatever draw you're in, you start to kind of play your own game. I think now the second match here in Auckland is actually, I think a lot of nerves are going to be out. People know what to expect now. Now they've played with their partner, right? And now that group chat probably means a little bit more and some real strategy takes place. So I think now we're going to start to see the cream really rise.
I definitely agree. Round 2 for the Northern Crocs, you guys are going to be playing against the Southeast Asia Surge. So you're back to a high-pressure game. There's going to be...
Rematch.
There's expectation on your shoulders there to win it again, right? And that one went to a dream breaker, as we know. So I guess how excited are you to actually have to face them, back again in this tournament? You're going to need to, in theory, win both games to progress to the finals. You don't want to worry about the count back, but there's always an opportunity if you lose one, win one. But, how much do you guys think you can actually knock them off and take 2 wins in round 1 and 2?
I think it's going to be a very tough one. Like, it's our semi-finals and our finals from the last time, so that says something. It's going to be a tough one, but I really love playing against the Sea Surge. Like, I never met Pei. Pei is the captain of the Sea Surge, and she is amazing. She is so funny, so kind. And obviously, I know that, like, you have the pickleball prince there.
He's a legend in his own right.
And Lucas, he's just a really, really nice guy, and same as Dora. So, like, the vibe is there. So it doesn't matter. Like, obviously, we want to win, but if not, then no hard feelings. Yeah.
And your matchups in that game, do you reckon you can do the job? Do you reckon you can win your gender and mixed doubles?
Yeah, I think Summer and I are pretty strong, and Arman and I, we're pretty good as well.
Who did you play last time? Sorry,
we played in the mixed. In the mix we played against Lucas and Dora.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Lucas, I think, because he's still so young, but he knows how good he is, but I still feel like he's figuring out how to live up. It's not probably the right word, but almost live up to the expectation of being number one.
Yeah.
I think we all sit there as the audience and want him to just stand in that middle of that court and use every weapon he's got. But I feel like there's this hesitation. But I think Dora wants to give him the space, and Dora can also play her role. So if he, I think from tournament 1 to the end of this season, he's going to be a different player, a beast of a player, because his reputation's probably just going to rise, and he's going to feel that self-belief to actually go for all these things. So yeah, watch out. I think he's going to be coming hard in that.
I also think with all players, once you start, repeating games against teams you've already played, you kind of have these tactics. All right, I know this person, I can speed them up a couple times. Oh, I can lob her a few times. Like, I think it's just going to get better and better with these games once you start playing these normal players on a regular basis.
Other notable round 2 games would be the Southern Stars versus the Eastern Rush. Like I said, the Eastern Rush have a really hard draw this one, much like the Northern Crocs. And then the Fast Fours, they're going to be playing against the Sydney Smash. And I'm expecting bigger things from the Sydney Smash this tournament. So those will be some other notable games.
I hope Steve, he's pulled him in line.
Smith.
Yeah.
Steve Smith.
Yeah.
Steve Smith's got his own problems right now.
Does he?
Well, he's been opening the batting for Australia.
Oh.
And then he's sinking.
Hopefully he's not on sports betting for his Smash team, because they would have let him down.
Steve, I'm sorry for going so hard at you. I know that you do listen. But look, we like you. We'll get you on one day. But yeah, your team kind of need you.
And quit texting us, man. We'll get to you when we get to you.
Yeah, we got Patty Mills first, then we'll get to you.
Yeah.
They were the whipping boys and girls in the first tournament, the Vipers. Can they bloody win a game?
Can they win a game?
A game.
Against an NPL team or an MLP team?
What are you saying about the NPL there, Ty? No, I think
Next question.
they want to play better than they did. I mean, they're playing up against the Melbourne Mavericks in round 1 and the New Zealand Hustle in round 2. They've definitely got the right attitude for this tournament.
They're having fun.
They're having fun. Andy's a character. We all love Andy. And shout out to his new paddle brand, Hammer. Looks like an awesome paddle, and they just sponsored our buddy Ash in Western Australia. So hopefully, Andy, if you're listening, you got a few paddles you want to ship the boys up here. We'll promote the brand here in the Gold Coast. But no, I think
Big shout out as well to Dave Schwartz.
Oh,
He designed the logo.
Oh, nice one,
Now,
Dave.
Dave also designed our logo.
Dave the Babe.
Very talented guy,
Dave
Mr. Schwartz.
Thank you. Big shout out, Shorts. So back to the Vipers.
Did you say thank you, Big Shorts?
Sweaty Schwartz. And now we are going to release our predictions. Ty, who do you have winning in Auckland?
I'm going to go with the Eastern Rush.
Wow. No bias, right?
Oh, all bias.
I mean, we have Ruse sitting right next to you.
Yeah, I know. I'm controversial. But, let me watch you guys kiss ass here.
They
Go on.
didn't even make a semi-final.
Yeah, they will this time.
So what's giving it? Why are you giving them the edge?
We all know Katie's a pump dog.
Mm-hmm.
I
gonna
love
be the
that
new
word.
word here.
Oh, I love that word. And I think now I still think Vish and Joey are going to be the best men's pairing. They didn't lose, did they? In week 1, I believe they didn't.
Whatever you say goes, buddy.
And Vish,
I thought they lost against the Vine brothers.
No,
You sure?
no, not sure. But
All right, we're sticking with it.
but also Vish and his mixed partner. Vish is just a kind person, so he's obviously leaving all the balls that when he's playing with us, he takes, right? Because he's just out there and having fun. And I think he's heard over and over and over and over again how he needs to dominate and take the court. So when he does, that's a solid pair. And then you got Katie and Joey. I mean, that's a really good team too.
I think Katie needs to bring it. I mean, she tried really hard in that first tournament. She let her frustration show. And personally, I don't think that's when she gets the best out of herself, when she shows that she's frustrated. This is a bit of a homecoming for her because I believe she was born in New Zealand.
She was.
So I'm sure she'll have some family there actually, and she'll therefore want to perform. So it'll be exciting to actually see. So that's an interesting call for you to make.
Yep. Go ahead.
Interesting call.
And let's hear it from Colin Kugler.
Well, I'm going to go off of matchups. So my first thought is who's going to make it out of round 1, round 2? And unfortunately, I'm just looking at who's playing the Vipers. I actually really like... I'm going to go with...
We don't like the Vipers. We know that much.
Yeah, sorry, Vipes. You just got to step your game up. Show me. Prove me wrong here. And Roos, if you could just earmuffs, I'm gonna go with the Surge. Unfortunately, there, I think their first matchup is the Vipers. Oh no, hold on, let me have a look here. Where are they? Oh, they're against the Aces, and I feel like the Aces, after speaking to Wes, he said the games could have gone either way, but they did lose 3-1, 3-1 on both rounds last tournament in Sydney. So I think they're going to get the easy win there. It's just really going to be Surge versus Crocs. If they can pull that one out and knock the Crocs out, because I love the Crocs. Obviously, Roos is here, but you guys got a tough draw. I mean, you're playing Glory, Gold Coast, and then you're playing Surge. Like you have 2 teams that are in the Final Four last. So I think if you guys can survive that, then I'm all for it. But right now, my pick is Surge.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Go ahead, you kiss ass.
I'm just gonna go back to the Northern Crocs.
Because you can't.
Oh my gosh.
Because honestly,
because you bought her lunch, because you brought her over in the helicopter.
Got the limo.
it's got nothing to do with it. Winners back winners, and that's why I'm going with the Northern Crocs. No, but I think besides, you're not picking them because you think they got a hard draw. Well, duh.
They got a
But
tough draw. Like I'll be
good
surprised
enough.
if they can get
They're good
one
enough
out
to
of the
beat
two.
those 2 teams
They are.
on past performance.
And
I'm going to back them in. And I don't know who their possible opponent could be, but God, if you can beat those two teams, you're going to progress. I'm not going to say you're going to play an easier opponent, but you're going to have some momentum coming your way.
100% will be playing an easier opponent if you get through there. Now you're feeling super confident. You beat what was your finals match and your semifinals match. So it's kind of like, who's left? All right, got through my round. Who's left?
No, absolutely. I mean, if you make it out, which we're cheering for you, Roos, you're our number one. Hopefully you'll give us a shout out after you win. But no, it's
shout out. We just didn't pick her.
No, Adam did. He said winners pick winners.
Oh,
but I will say, whoever came up with the draw is the big winner because they've done well with these matchups. And I'm just
the commish.
The commish. She said, "Oh, you won in Sydney, huh? Well, let's see you back it up. Here, you could play the semifinal and grand final teams." But no, there's some great matchups, and we hope that's all competitive. And obviously, we always hope there's some dream breakers. I think you guys, the Crocs, have the advantage when it comes to dream breakers. Would you say?
Yeah, definitely. I think just a few can beat us in dream break. Just a few.
Just a few.
Yeah,
Okay. And plus, you're gonna have Snappy there.
Yes, that's a big support.
That's the big support. Now, you might. I've seen some teams that have a manager for their teams, and I've seen you guys do not. Are you guys accepting any resumes?
I'm looking forward for yours.
Okay, perfect. If you could put it in the right hands.
Smell the desperation.
We had a pre-podcast meeting, and he just came out with it.
Just, a free trip to Auckland, and, you get your team to support me. But,
free. So now the expectation is that this team sponsors you to go?
I'm going to be cheering my little heart out.
Oh.
I think they want some pickleball expertise. They don't need a cheerleader.
Yeah, but like down the middle solves the riddle. Come on.
Boys, I have an announcement now. Now, this announcement is for the Gold Coast Mortgage Broker. Your bank won't tell you about a lower interest rate, but we will. What I can announce for you is that the Brisbane leg of the MLP season in the open division of gender doubles events for men and women, it will actually have double the prize money on offer.
What?
Yes.
So we're all getting jet skis?
Well, if you win,
Finally.
you might.
We can do a tandem.
Oh my goodness.
Now, this is actually a byproduct of the unfortunate events from Sydney where they couldn't actually run that event because of the weather.
Oh, is that what happened? I
So
thought Steve Smith
No.
ponied up some more money.
No, he's short arms and long pockets, old Steve Smith, after he bought that team. I think he paid too much. Not happy with the ROI either at the moment.
Do you know what he paid?
$1 million.
And Patty Mills doubled it. So that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
That's a
massive $2,000 for the winner turns into $4,000.
And now this isn't the MLP teams tournament, right? This is the PPA.
Yeah, this is the open division of the mixed
Roos, are you going to be playing in that?
gender, sorry. Not
Yeah,
mixed.
definitely. Now I know this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get some, girl. Do you know who you might be playing with in
Yeah,
doubles?
so actually that one I will play with Sarah.
Oh, there
Yeah.
we go.
So next one with Katie and the third one with Sarah. Yeah.
Cool. So you're going to play against her in the teams, and then you're going to play with her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And
Who do you think you're a better chance at winning with?
Yeah, I
Katie
wanna-
or Sarah? I'm putting you on the spot there.
Question.
Ooh.
I mean, Katie and I, we did pretty well the last season. So I'm very excited for Auckland, and then from there I can maybe answer your question.
If I think I already know the answer is going to be no, but if you and Katie won in Auckland, would you probably have a hard conversation with Sarah to say, hey, me and Katie would like to partner up together for Brisbane?
I mean, we did it far before.
Right.
We already did our.
It's not about the money, boys.
No.
It's not about the money.
yeah.
No, and actually,
Loyalty.
my parents are coming to watch in Brisbane, so
How
they're
cool.
coming for the first time
Wow.
watching pickleball. So double expectations and like a pressure.
Hopefully.
Oh,
yeah,
mum and
that's-
dad, we can't wait to meet you. We're going to be there, boys. I don't know if we're going to have a stand or stall, or maybe we'll just buy general admission and walk around with some headphones on, but we'll be there.
We got
Absolute-
red carpet. We're
Yeah.
red carpet.
And
there.
if your baby girl's down a couple points, don't walk off. All right, give her some faith. She's going to pull through. We'll be cheering her on. Number one cheer squad here, Slam Jam.
But look out for that. Double the prize money. I don't think that's going to change the motivation of any real players. But geez, I
might
tell you
make you a
what,
bit more nervous.
mate. If you win all events, you're part of the MLP teams. If you won that, Well, there's
4,000.
5 grand.
Oh, 5. Yep.
5 grand. You win gender. There's going to be 4.
Oof. We're at 9.
You win mixed. It's 2. And you win singles. It's 2.
So that's like
13.
5 million.
13,000. Surely we're getting close to an electric bike.
Can't believe how much money there's available.
Well, obviously,
sport.
your ex-sponsor, you know how
Well,
much money you sponsor.
yeah.
That's a lot of money.
I was being facetious, Colin.
Oh, okay.
Do you like that word?
I like it.
You're going to have to look it up later.
He'll spell it. No, but he'll spell it for you now.
The PHISFOSO, no TOY.
So one cool thing that the MLP put out just recently, boys, was the player rankings list from Sydney. So this list that we received shows the individual performance of each player for their respective teams. So the list captures matches won, games lost, dream breakers won, and gives each player a tournament ranking based on those results. And boys, I can tell you that the girl that's sitting opposite us was the number 1 ranked player for Sydney, the Queen of the Court. Undefeated. 4 matches, 8 games won, 0 lost, 3 dream breaker wins.
She
Wowza.
pickles excellence.
Talk about it. How does it
Undefeated.
feel?
Yeah, what I said before, it's just I pick good players, like good partners.
Well, you got picked in the draft, and they're very lucky to have you on their team. Looks like you carried them.
No, they did.
It was a team effort.
Yeah, it's a team effort.
I mean,
but
you would have
very
realised
good.
that you didn't
No.
lose a game, but did you
No, I
think
didn't
anyone else would have been in the same position? Like not losing a game?
I think there is 1 or 2 players
Who
as
didn't
well
lose?
Yeah, I
No.
think so.
Nope, it's just you. Queen at the top. The Pickle Prince, he was the number 2. He went undefeated for games. However, for matches won, that's where. So I guess, sorry, you're right. There was another player, the Pickle Prince.
What's up, my
Prince.
people?
Yeah, what's up, my people? But you went undefeated in the teams event. Matches won, I guess you could say. So that's where the difference was, because he did not win the match against the Northern Crocs.
So do you have a crown? Do you come in with like a
Mate,
royalty
well, I'm
robe
glad you
or-
bring this
Maybe
up.
a jacket?
I think we could make
We
should
could make a jacket.
Well, there was a crown awarded, and it was awarded to one of her teammates, Nelson Chen. He got the MVP. Now, this is quite controversial, especially when you look at the list, boys, because
what was his
Nelson,
rankings.
42nd player out of 49.
Whoa.
He had
What?
more game losses than wins. He won 2 games and lost 6.
And he got the $500 MVP bonus?
He got it.
Now
Now, I want to go in Nelson's defense.
yeah.
He didn't bloody pick himself. He didn't give the award to
That's
himself.
fair.
No.
So
No.
I'm not sure what the criteria is for the adjudication panel, but pull your socks up. I think adjudication panel.
well, I
We want something that's more reflective of maybe someone that goes undefeated, maybe the MVP. Come on.
Yeah, we should probably be on that board.
Yeah, if you're wanting some consultancy, hit us up. We're
us
happy
up.
to do it.
So Nelson gets MVP. You guys, I assume we're all staying together. What was that kind of celebration like back at your Airbnb or hotel or whatever it was? Take us there.
No, it's actually like Nelson. What I said before a couple of times. Like he's funny, he's kind, and he didn't expect to be the MVP as well. So that makes it that makes it good. And then we were at our Airbnb in the evening, and he came like with so many food. Like I just thought he was coming with some other player, and then apparently there were like 5 or 10 players in our little Airbnb, and he was cooking for everyone. He was like it was good. Like he does deserve the MVP
Because of
cooking.
the way he
Yeah.
cooks?
Yes.
Yeah, he's MVP on the court and off the
And
court.
off the
Exactly,
court.
yeah,
In
yeah.
both kitchens, you might say.
Yes.
Oh,
That's a
that
good
was
one.
pretty solid.
That was good.
Thanks.
we could make a segment. out
Jeez,
of
my
that.
brain hurts now.
Hang on,
That was
I just
all
want
the
to cough.
brilliance
Can
on
I
it.
cough over that, and then that'll be ruined? Oh, sorry, everyone. We'll have to edit that out. Sorry, Ty. That was a great call, but we'll be getting rid of that. Sorry,
Dang
mate.
it. Okay, for every champion sitting on top of the list, there is someone down in the bottom of the bin scraping crap off the road. And was that intense? Sorry, man. Someone took over. Let's talk about who's number
99.
Oh, you want to highlight the worst performer?
Yep.
Geez, that's harsh.
We got to.
Well, is this just pile on Andy?
Oh, no, not Andy.
Well, Andy's not alone though. Andy's not
Who's
alone.
down at the bottom
If
of the
you're
barrel?
gonna be scraping shit, do it with
all
your
his
mates.
teammates are. None of them, unfortunately, had a match win, and none of them had a game win.
Who's
Mate,
actually the worst? Who's actually the last?
Oh, well, I don't know if it's alphabetical. It must be. Yeah, it would be alphabetical. Sarah Jane Lim.
Oh,
It's only alphabetical.
Keep your head up, Sarah. We got this.
Now that you've gone there, I wasn't going to mention this, but it was pointed out to us. I won't say by who. Our man, we had him on the podcast last episode.
Hall of Famer?
The Hall of Fame of the Hoff. He did not win a game at all.
Wesley.
And that's really, I mean.
But he said the games were close. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, he had a great time.
He had
yeah.
a great time.
And I don't think anyone would expect. His duper's 6.
Yeah.
Like,
think it- I didn't
can
even
you
think it went that
imagine
high.
if you got to play against him and you won?
Yeah.
What your duper maybe has. Colin, you would know. You're the duper specialist here.
Yeah.
What would
Oh,
other people's
you would go
dupers
up by
to?
0.3% at least.
Yeah. Oh,
Overnight.
easy.
I could just
And-
imagine
and
what
if you
that
beat him
phone
twice,
call.
0.6.
What's that phone call like with your buddies back home?
Hey, how'd you go in Australia?
It's like, hey guys, yeah, no, actually they're really fucking good. He's like, hey guys, yeah, no, they're really, really fucking good. No, in fact, I lost a lot of my matches. No, I am the number 1 ranked guy. Look, I just think there was a lot of pressure and I traveled a lot. This is what the conversation would probably look like.
You know what's
Jet
funny?
lag for sure would come up.
Can we look up his duper?
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Because it was 6. I'm not juicing that up, but I reckon it was like 6.014. And that might be my photographic memory in play there. What would it take for him to actually drop to a 5 point? Imagine that. He's come all the way out to Australia
True.
as the top dog.
Yeah.
And imagine if we jump on Duper now and he's slipped because he didn't win a game against arguably, lower Duper score players. That's how it works, right?
Okay.
Guys, we have breaking news.
Oh.
Breaking. Boom, breaking. CNN 60 Minutes, breaking. Adam, go for it.
It's almost like I made it into existence. So according to the official Asia Aces Instagram, pre-tournament, when they threw up Wes's profile, his Duper rating was 6.13.
Massive.
After the event, he's now sitting at 5.974.
Wow.
Hey guys, yeah. Hi, owner of Duper. Yeah. No, I think they all cheat because I'm definitely a 6 point something, and I went over there and I feel cheated. So you can just go ahead and remove those matches from my official Duper ranking. I'm a 6.0 at least.
That's big. It's actually good to see that these tournaments do affect Duper scores. That every player needs to know they need to bring it to either rise those Dupers or know that if you don't, those Duper scores are going to be going down.
So now we don't have anybody in Australia who's a 6.0.
No, we wouldn't.
Oh, Wesley.
I mean, I'm close at 4.
No. But when you add up both of your Dupers, you're right in there.
That super duper. Wes did come and play in gender doubles, and he did win in the Open tournament. He didn't win the tournament, but he did win games. So,
I wonder, that's a big milestone number. I actually wonder what happens when you're like, you've lost some matches and you're sitting there right at the 6 point and you just refresh, and you're like, oh no.
You know those like YouTubers get like something from YouTube when you get like 1 million views
Yeah,
and
you get
stuff like that, or 1 million subscribers. I wonder if he got like a big 6 from Duper or like he should get something.
You should get something.
Because not many people are ever going to get 6. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, hi Wesley. Yeah, no, this is Steve from Duper. Buddy, we're going to have to ask you to return your 6.0 trophy. Yeah, just Ozpost will be fine. Thank you.
That's good. One other shout out I'd actually like to give is to Amelia. I didn't realize that she performed as well as she did, but the player ranking certainly told me so. She was a weapon winning 5 games and only losing one. And considering the Sydney Smash didn't progress to a semi-final, I thought that was a big effort. So
She did her part.
she did her part big time. Okay, boys, now we have a new segment I like to call Hot in the Kitchen. Colin, you can just hold for an intro on that one.
It's getting hot in her, so
Can't-
take off all your pickles.
Can't hold him back.
Okay.
Can't hold them back.
Hot in the Kitchen. Which team or player is under the pump going into the Auckland tournament? I think I will start us off. I'm going to say the Sydney Smash. Now, I've been
I don't hear any excuses.
No
Oh,
excuses.
my elbow. I still got the
Yeah.
tennis elbow.
Nope.
Okay.
He's back. So it's going to be really interesting to see with their full squad how they go. They could be the dark horses to take it out. But first things first, let's win through to round 3, I guess you could say. So hot in the kitchen for me is the Sydney Smash.
All right, I'll go hot in the kitchen. I'm going to go New Zealand Hustle. This team, I mean, they are competitive, but they didn't make it out of the top 6 in Sydney. Now they have the luxury to be sleeping on their own pillows back home, waking up, having their own coffees that they make every day. They have their own routine. They don't have no jet lag from traveling. This is their home ground tournament, and I expect them to win. And if not, it's a disappointment.
Hot in the kitchen. My team
Won't be the Eastern Rush.
is my dearest friend's team, the Northern Crocs.
Oh, why are they hot in the
Well,
kitchen?
because when you win, you are the champs. Everybody wants to knock out the champ. Now people are comfortable, like we discussed. So I feel like if there's a team that has something to lose, it's you guys. And so that is now a kind of a question. Do you feel like there's more pressure on you guys going into the second week?
I think definitely not, because we have such a tough draw. So no expectation. Like in what I mentioned before, it's every team can win, literally everything. So no pressure.
Do you not think they can get a couple of wins in round 1 and 2?
I think they can, but I
They're
think
not under pressure then.
well,
Why are they? hot
but
in
you
the
are.
kitchen?
When you're the champ, you're always under pressure. Everyone wants to dethrone you.
Yeah, everyone's starting with 0 wins. Everyone's got to win a couple to.
Is this back to
progress.
that winners pick winners comment?
Yeah.
Hot in the kitchen. I'll put you in the hot seat. Do you want to call out anyone who's hot in the kitchen?
No pressure here, but I think the Vipers should have a good lead, good win. And I love Andy, so he can handle it for me.
Okay.
All right, you're hot in the kitchen vibes.
I think Rose might be wanting a paddle sponsor.
The hammer.
The hammer, baby. All right, Vipers.
I'm not sponsored yet, so this is
Oh,
why,
you're not?
No.
Not?
Stop.
No, I'm sending it here
So-
Stop the
What?
podcast.
with the big viewers here.
I thought we had breaking news about Wes. This is even more breaking. Breaking
What?
30, 30, 60
So you're looking
minutes.
though?
Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah.
What are you currently playing with?
I'm trying out the new standout from Ludovica.
Okay.
That's what I really like.
Good control,
yeah.
power. You liking
Good
it so
spin.
far? Good spin. Nice.
And my old friend Diola. So I mean, it's still good. I still love
Jola,
it.
as I pronounce.
No.
Well, we did
Yola.
have this discussion already, and we locked it in. It's Yola.
Eula. Wasn't it Eula or Yola?
Eula.
No, I think she's thrown in a third variation.
So
So you
we
said
need to go
Eula.
In regards
Yeah,
to pickleball paddles, you're a free agent.
Yes.
You're open. You're currently testing the market. You're playing with a few.
Yeah.
But if there is other brands, what if Andy shouted you a hammer? Would you give it a try and see if you liked it?
I will try everything. Yeah.
Wow. That blows my mind. You do not have a sponsor.
All right, Selkirk, Hustle, Hammer, Yola.
Listen, between all
Number 1 Dutch players in this room right
G-spot.
now.
Have you heard of the G-spot paddle?
No.
you will.
You will.
Now,
It's in development
Jeez,
stage.
They're hard to get. as we know, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, between all these amazing pickleball companies and Tom, we need some pennies to drop here for you, right? Yeah.
All right, boys, let's get into people who. People who, we hate the things that these people do. Colin Kugler, who's your people who for this week?
Man, I have so many different people who, and I'm just trying to narrow it down, but I'm going to stick to my gun. I hate it when I'm playing pickleball and I hit a shot or someone hits a shot and an opposing player says, out, before the ball even lands. That is people who I dislike calling it out before it lands. Let that ball lie. Let's see where it lands, and then you can say that ball was out or in.
Is this a personal thing between me and you?
No, not personal at all. Not personal. I will
Because
say
I know that I did it recently against you, and you called me out.
Oh, yeah.
And I said to you, mate, I know the trajectory of this one. It's going out.
But also, you could be just saying out to your partner, telling him not to touch it.
I do know once you call out, though, and say it is in, you stick to it.
Yes.
There's no going back.
Yes.
No, I called it out. I said before it landed. It landed in, though. No. It was out.
When like, if you are the teammate of a player that hits the ball when you thought it was out and the ball goes back over again and they hit it back again.
Oh, it's the worst feeling.
And you still want to say, no, that was out. At what point do you have to suck it up and just play at that point? Because I personally think in that instance, if your teammate who's close to the ball hits it back and the point keeps going,
It's game on.
It's still on.
Even though deep down inside, you're like, why did my partner hit that? Oh, it was out.
But I've played against players, Ty, who just refuse to back down.
Oh, they just call it after like a little rally
it's like,
continues.
but it wasn't your point to call out.
Wow.
Now that it's played on, you know. You want to defend yourself there, Ty?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Standing.
Have
standing
you
strong.
got a people who for this week?
Yeah, I
Ty?
do. And for no reason either. Like, this is just a super general one. But like, people who bring their dogs onto the court and then let them take shits in the middle of the court. And then the owners of the court show up right as the dog's taking a shit in the court. People who...
Like, that's dogs who.
Yeah, that's dog too. You
Well,
take this out on Benny, the dog at the markets? That's horrible. Hey, you got to go somewhere. All right, that's your people's who.
I want to, my people who didn't happen, but it almost happened.
Oh.
So Saturday morning, the Swish game down at Currumbin was a partners week. Therefore, it was going to be duper games. You have to find your partner. You have to nominate. People who pick an MLP player to be their partner that don't otherwise come down to play Saturday morning Currumbin. Now, any ideas who I might be talking about, Colin?
Might be the guy across from me
That's really funny.
during a recreational, just fun play.
That's
At
really funny.
4.5 players only.
Let's talk about the hero move afterwards.
Well, we can.
Well, we should.
So let's just clarify.
Yeah.
You, for the first time ever, somehow convinced Vish to come and play with you.
So this is
For
the first time
duper-rated
ever for me
games.
and Vish.
On Saturday morning with this league. You convinced him to play. And then, Colin, you were playing with our friend Jamie.
I have another people's who, a player that says, hey, do you want to be my teammate? And then the night before, probably around 9 p.m., has to call it out and says, I can't play anymore. People who.
I wish you had waited. We could have still said that one, but that's okay. You had a teammate, and as you just rightly pointed
Rose
out,
is just sitting
pulled
here
out.
watching us talk shit about each other.
Well, she's next. I hope we're giving her time.
you be
so
ready,
she knows
Rose. It's
what
coming.
people who
And
she's
when
gonna-
your partner couldn't play, Ty came to the rescue and said, "Look, I will drop that MLP player. He means nothing to me. How about we partner up?" And therefore, that's how you guys played on Saturday morning. And we didn't see Vish, and therefore we didn't have an MLP player, which I think was the right thing to do. I don't think he's got any business being there on Saturday
Fair
morning
enough.
with his bloody haircut and his high duper score.
There's a
And
new
his
version of
glasses.
And his outfit that matches from top to bottom.
There is a new.
I love you, Vish.
Yeah, there is a new Vish haircut. I'll just give you guys a tip.
Putting you on the spot again. Do you have a people who that do something on the pickleball court that you don't like?
I mean, definitely if you make an unforced thing, just a thing you make miss and then they screaming
Oh, yeah, the cheerers.
Yeah.
Don't you call them the pump dogs, though?
It's different pump
It's a
dog.
different pump dog. Okay.
I know a player that you might be talking about that was in MLP. Has this come about because of a particular player maybe in the MLP that likes to cheer an unforced error? I know you're not going to say it, but they wear pink.
No,
Yeah. cut
An
that
international. I saw it. I don't like it. I wasn't a fan
So
of it. People who cheer an unforced error,
unforced
and especially when they're not the one that forced the unforced. If you know what I mean, it didn't
Yeah.
even come off their paddle. That's what I really resent. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm all for
We might
cheering
not be talking
after-
about the particular person, but
Yeah.
she's a people.
I'm all for, doing a slam and cheering yourself up, but to cheer someone, who made a mistake on a dink, yeah, I'm with you. That's people who.
Yeah, that's ordinary. Ordinary. All right, Colin, you've got some social media rock stars that you want to throw into the mix. Give us their first one. Who's
Mate.
performing highly on the social media pipes?
I'm going to have to give a huge social media rock star to UV, as always. What's up, my people? If you're on his Instagram, you could see him sing just his little lungs out the song of VCR on his dad's 75th birthday. And I think that is half of why he deserves this. But the other half, in his post, he speaks in third person. One of the many talents the Pickle Prince possesses in singing and captivating the audience. Good on you, UV. We appreciate your post. Keep them coming. Some minor shout outs. We got Lucas. He definitely wins best music selection on his highlight reel. I think he had 21 Savage and Outkast, So Fresh, So Clean. Another shout out, Ollie had some awesome Tasmania photos of the pickleball tournament he won. I think he won every division in Tasmania. He actually might have just won the country. He took some great photos, and I think he now has the keys to Tasmania. And last but not least, always the beautiful Sarah with some KDV highlights. I think, Ruse, you're in a couple of those highlights. It's just good to see you guys playing together, keeping the Queensland Gold Coast team together. But I will say, I recently played at KDV. Didn't love the courts.
No, I mean, there's a big wall in between.
Yeah, and then the two, and then there's
Yeah.
one out there. It's like you cannot have three
No.
games going on. Yeah.
No, you can't.
So KDV, step your game up. Knock some of those paddle courts down. It's time to bring a rise to
They just
pickleball.
built those things. We just
Yeah.
need to get rid of those clay courts. Let's put some hard courts down. Let's get the pickleball lines there permanently. Let's get
Yeah.
a real kitchen.
Surely they got enough money they can build some more courts.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what they do for the Australian Pickleball Championships, which will be hosted there. I don't feel like they're going to be doing more purpose build. I think we'll get lines, but hey, if it's locked in for a number of years, which I actually think it is, maybe they'll find the success of that championship tournament should bring some investment in permanent pickleball courts.
And actually, a shout out to a new court that we played on over the weekend, Merwillenbach.
Beautiful.
That was beautiful. Have you ever been there? It's only about 25 minutes from the Gold Coast, and they were
8
so nice.
purpose-built
I
courts.
think that's a good site for Slam Jam.
Yeah, we got our eyes
what
on it.
That's what we were talking to. Yeah.
Oh, it's in the pipeline.
It's in the pipeline. They also got, I think, 2 tennis courts that we can add another 4 there. And the people down there, they were jamming.
They were jamming the tunes
live
loud.
music.
I was offended with how loud their rock and roll music was. And that, but
You would have heard of Slam Jam, but did you ever play? Have you played in the tournament?
No, I was in
Wow.
Vietnam that time. I wish I was actually supposed to play with Katie and Lucas. That
Ah.
one. But then last minute I have to leave.
Ooh, that would have been a good
You would have heard
matchup.
the reputation's pretty strong. It's
I
the
heard.
it event of the year.
I know.
that's
So
true.
stay tuned. We'll have some planning on that one, and we don't have a date, but
We'll keep you posted. It's looking like November.
Oh,
So
November.
yeah, keep your date and calendar open in November.
Now
Everyone that's
a
listening.
question too. We're obviously going to be talking about you a lot on the podcast as you continue to dominate. Is it Ruse or Rose? Am I even saying ROOS right?
No, I mean, I understand the confusion because like it's ROOS and it's the Dutch, like it's a flower, so it's like rose.
Okay.
But I understand the rules of kangaroos or what you guys say.
Wow, that's why I think I got it. Okay, so
it's Rose.
it's
Yeah,
Rose.
rose. I listen to everything.
But if we're in the Netherlands and they saw your name, you ordered a coffee at Starbucks,
Yeah.
and they spell it ROOS. Well, how would they say it?
Rose.
Rose.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the ROOS is just for nothing. It's all rose. Okay. That's
I like
good to
it.
know. That's good
On
to know.
to a quick new segment we call it the reliable source. We've all been watching a bit of Netflix. There's always a Russian spy, and we have that person that works for us, and he tells us what's happening. Yeah, he's Russian. You'll never know who he is. So we have a few things. I think Adam's already done a call out. Jason is officially the substitute for the Sydney team. Also, another reliable source. Some players from the last tournament were warned about foul behavior. So those players are going to be watched this tournament. And this reliable source also told me that in the NPL, his team, the Parrots, went undefeated. Ho, ho. Reliable source. Thank you very much.
Wow, you just put a target on your reliable source. Very well done, Colin.
He's from Russia. He's from Russia.
He is from Russia.
Let it be known.
Yeah, especially when he's undercover with his visor. We're not saying who it was.
Now, just lastly, before the guys kick me out of here, we're going to do a quick segment, the sponsor shout out. So this is when you give a shout out to a company that you would like to be sponsored by. Adam, who would you one day like to be sponsored by?
JJ Richards. I'm planning on doing some spring cleaning this Easter, and I would love one of your skip bins, please. So JJ Richards, come my way.
All right, Ty.
Big shout out to my newest sponsor, Qantas Airlines, for my free tickets around the world whenever I want. Family of 4, business class. Big shout out. Thanks for being a fan of the podcast.
Big time. Didn't know you were the big dog over here flying. Ruse, who's the sponsor that you would like to sponsor you one day?
One day, I think, like flight tickets, that would be very nice.
Sorry, they
Maybe we can have
wasted
a
all their
contact.
sponsorship
Okay.
money
Yeah.
on me. Sorry. Nice try, Rose. Yeah, no, they don't have a second place for that one.
Oh, so I need to
Oh, I
pick
chose
one.
Qantas. You can take
Oh,
another airline.
Yeah, or maybe a
Like-
Carnival Cruise Line. You like to
Take you a while to get there, but damn, you have a good time.
Let's go with Emirates then.
Oh,
That's like step up.
that is a step up.
I want to change mine now.
All right. Well, I'll just go with one that we've all been thinking. Super Dupers. In America, they're called Icy Pops, but geez, imagine you were sponsored by them every summer, just sucking on a Super Duper. Come on, Super Duper. We're here and we are cheap. Just sponsor us.
Well, it's good to know how modest you and I are with our request versus Ty and Rose. So, yeah, very interesting.
Hey, winners pick winners.
Let me know next week then if you hear from Qantas, mate. Beep, beep, beep. That's the sound of JJ Richards backing up that skip.
That's me sucking a Super Duper.
All right, I think that's going to wrap us up for today. We thank Rose Van Reek so much for coming into the studio and sharing your story, sharing a laugh. We hope you really enjoyed the experience.
Yes, I did. Thank you so much, guys. Thank
And
you.
guys, stay tuned. Auckland, March the 29th to the 31st. The YouTube will be up and firing. We're going to be reviewing all those games. We're going to come back and do a debrief after that tournament. We're going to look for some more people who. We're going to talk about the winners and the losers. And hopefully we're going to have the winning captain phone in again. So we thank you so much for listening today, and we'll hear from you again soon.